going on, people? I'm Trayvon Miles.
And I'm Haley Milan.
And this, of course, is the Delmarva Sports Insider. Coming up in just a bit on tonight's episode. What in the world, Haley, is going on in D.C., Orlando, or Ashburn? Confusion and more for your Washington Redskins.
I like the drama, Trey.
I don't know.
And the Kent Island girls were at Towson yesterday for the second year in a row trying to win a state championship.
That's right. And could the Henlopen have their first boys championship since 1997? I don't know. You'll have to stick around and find out. That's right. And welcome to Delmarva Sports Insider, the only show with unscripted analysis, right? And that's what we're giving you today. We got a lot to get through in the show, but of course we have to begin in the state of Maryland. We had a pretty big game going on, right?
Yeah.
3A state semifinals. We saw it all year. Steve Decatur, yes, exactly, going up against Poly of Baltimore City. And I'll tell you what, Stephen Decatur in this game, as quick as that highlight went by, as quick as the lead they had, Gary Burdell with the layup underneath. But this is where Poly started to assert themselves in the first half. Devondre Perry going to knock down a long three. And do not worry, if you like that, you like plenty of Perry in this game, because a possession later, he's catching alley-oops and things like this. And what do you know? You never saw this happen to Decatur all season long.
No.
And Poly just came out to a 17-6 lead in the first quarter. And then this happened, Haley. I don't know if you know this, but, Keve Aluma, he did happen as well. He had himself a great game.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm referring to as to what happened. We didn't see this all year long go down with Decatur.
What you going to do?
Perry, one more time, the Temple commit, just all over it. And then right before the half, with time running out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, just too much right there as Cleveland Horton knocks down the three-pointer as Poly came out to a 37-15 lead at the half. And what did you expect to happen? I don't know what I expected to happen, but I do know that Dre Perry had a great game in the first half. He had 18 points, so he outscored Decatur on his own in the first half. And here's what Decatur head coach B.J. Johnson had to say about that performance.
Trying to deny the ball. The kid just hit some tough shots, and that's, tonight was just his night, and when I watched him against St. Joe's, he didn't shoot the ball that well. Tonight was just his night.
And when it's your night,
it's
your night. So the first half went bad for Decatur.
Right.
So they wanted to try to slow down Poly for the second half.
How are you going to do that?
And like you said, deny that young man the ball, Dre Perry. And check out how the second half starts. As soon as the ball gets in play, Perry sets a screen. And here's what happened. The first possession that they get, Poly, in the third quarter is a three by who? No one but Dre Perry. Now Decatur did try to stick around in this game, and I really like what Keve Aluma did. He tried to show off some of his skills as well. It's amazing how much he's progressed during these 4 years that he's been here. And then Tajim Woodland putting on a nice move. He'll be back for a Decatur team next year that will be hungry again. But as we said, Poly just too tough. As we find one more time, a senior, Damon Mills, going to get inside for Decatur. I just want to show the senior some love on this day. But as we said, here's Perry again. He can even dish it as well. And, of course, that is going in. Another three as Poly goes on to win it 74-44. Decatur falls in state semifinals.
It hurts just as bad today as it did last year, because I feel for these guys who put in a lot of work to get to this point. These guys had a great year. They made history in their school. They brought the community together. So, it hurts, but at the end of the day, it's just a game. Life goes on.
Certainly just a game. Yes. I mean, that was quite touching, but Poly, I was terrified watching those highlights, and I know you were on the floor shooting that game, so you saw the size that Poly brought to the court. How many guys over 6'5"?
What do we count? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
7 guys over 6'5".
Their point guard make Keve Aluma look
6'5"
like an average-sized man.
You know what I mean? So it's really tough when you get a matchup with a team like that, who, by the way, did win the state championship today. So they are the 3A champions. So Decatur nothing to hold your head about in a matchup against a team like that. It was definitely their year this year.
I'm going to be following Perry at Temple, that's for sure. That kid is impressive. All right, one more team to tell you about as Kent County went to their first ever state semi-appearance. And the winners of the Bayside North go down by 20 to Fairmont Heights. I know, of Prince George's County, DMV represent.
Hey.
Their star Manny Camper did not play in this game due to that knee injury. The kid showed some serious skills all regular season, though.
Yes, he did.
But Marquand Green had 25 points in his final prep game for the Trojans, so that's pretty good for Green. Tough to see Green's season come to an end like that in his high school career, but that kid is talented.
Yes, so weird to see Green not available in the beginning of the year, and then Camper not available at the end of the year when Green is available.
How good would they have been had they had that tandem?
A couple fans of theirs said today that it would have been very interesting, that they think they would have been playing in the 1A state championship game if they had both of those guys.
Down by 20.
And they lost to Fairmont Heights, who also as well won the state championship today.
Not a bad loss.
So Kent as well, not a bad loss. All right, we're going to switch to girls now. Kent Island girls, what a season they've had. We've seen them knock out Decatur in that Bayside championship game. 25-1 record, blazing through the Bayside North and the 2A playoffs. Well, they got their shot at Towson when they matched up against Newtown of Baltimore County. And I tell you what, that connection we've been seeing all year, Siri Miles to Hannah Moran for the three. Moran finished with a game-high 21 points, but the ladies of Newtown, Karaya Kosh, she would heat up in a hurry. 5 was just getting going in this one. She hits the jumper from up top, and then later she's going to hit a jumper from the corner. Newtown with a nice lead at the half, but third quarter, here we go again. Kent Island working the ball around the outside. 2 Miles. When you're a Miles, you can shoot like that. Did you know that, Haley?
No, I didn't.
All Miles can shoot like that. She had 14 points, but Amaya Webb, check her out, nice crossover right there, and then she finds Asia Garrison for the layup. As Newtown wins big, 75-46. Kent Island finishes the season at 25-2.
We settled down a little bit. I mean, it was, even though we were here last year, there was some jitter still. So, you know, things, like I said, things just didn't go well our way in the beginning. But I think they settled down and proved that they deserve to be here. I mean, at 25-2, I told them all after the game, I'm still extremely proud of them.
Well, Miles and Moran, that great combo that we've seen all year, and how they knocked down Decatur. We didn't think that was possible.
Some good chemistry.
Very good team they were, and we're going to have to see what they got next year.
Yeah, indeed. But in that matchup, they were really just overmatched. They turned the ball over a lot, and they faced a lot of pressure when they were on offense, when they did have the ball, and they just couldn't handle it. And they faced a very, very fast and aggressive team. All right, so last night we also had the Pocomo girls facing off against Patterson Mill of Harford County in the 1A semifinal game. Off the inbound pass from Aja Kellum will get it started.
Hey,
they're
Pocomo,
looking for the dub, right? Looking fresh, right?
Looking good.
Off the inbound pass from Aja Kellum, Tiara Thomas drills a three-pointer, so things are looking all right, right?
Looking good so far, right? They had a lead right there.
Indeed. On the fast break, Thomas misses, and Pajaya Johnson puts it back up.
So far, so good.
Yeah, but then Patterson Mills goes off. Gabby Shenworth gets the steal and the layup. And then the Huskies leading 34-13 at the half. Thomas hits a corner triple. She had a team-high 13 points. Incredible play here. You might see it later. Kayla Mitchell behind the back with that dime on the transition. Shenworth with a layup. The final score, 63-25. Trey, I said that KI was overmatched. Well, let me tell you, this Patterson Mills team really put a lot of pressure. I saw different ways to turn the ball over that I had never seen before in yesterday's game. I mean, it was interesting.
I can't say that the quality of basketball on the shore was up this year as opposed to years I've seen in the past.
That's what's so fun about the state tournament is you get to see, I mean, we see our teams on the shore battling it out, and you know what caliber these teams play at, and then they face teams from across the bridge, and you get to see
and are faster and are bigger.
Yeah.
And that's why you see these scores, kind of like we saw in the Governor's Challenge.
Indeed, indeed.
All right. Don't go anywhere. Might get another state champion. We went 4 in Maryland.
Yeah.
Maybe when we come back, we are talking some Delaware state championships. Hey, we're talking about Smyrna. Maybe they could pull it off. Stick around to find out.
This is Coach Dave Byer, head coach of Parkside High School, here watching Delmarva Sports Insider.